Let's take a further look at my DVD collection. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to the next part of my look at my DVD collection. You can watch many previous parts on the playlist. Let's just get cracking. So first up we have 3, and you'll have to excuse my speech impediment there, that number, well you can see the title anyway, starring Kelly Brook. Quite notorious, this film, because she gets her kit off a lot in it. It's quite a good little thriller, sort of a cross between the Blue Lagoon and Dead Calm, possibly. Kelly Brook, Billy Zane and Juan Pablo Di Pasa. And this came with a large poster of Kelly. But yeah, it's as I say, it's an enjoyable little bit of fluff with lots of added bonuses, shall we say. This is Vulgar. This was a film directed by Brian, and I can't remember his name, Johnson, who is a friend of Kevin Smith's. He's appeared, done cameos in most of the View Askew films, and he one of the co-presenters of the series Comic Book Men. But this is a film he did about a killer clown, and bought this from Silent Bob's Secret Stash, and it is signed by Brian. It's a strange film, but it's quite enjoyable. It's another Kevin Smith related one. This is Now You Know, which was directed and stars Jeff Anderson, probably best known as Randall in Clerks, it's Clerks, isn't it? I never know how to say that. And Clerks 2. And Trevor Furman, I'm just trying to remember his name, has done some View Askew. He was in Clerks 2. Clerks. And Rashida Jones is in this as well. It's sort of it's a rom-com really, I suppose, but not your standard everyday fare. But it was an enjoyable film, and this is signed by Jeff Anderson. This was a cheapie I picked up. This is Scissors, which is a very early role by Sharon Stone. Despite what the credits, the cover would have you believe, she's not the main star really. Ronnie Cox and Michelle Phillips are also in this. It's a little, I mean, don't get me wrong, Sharon Stone's got a big part in it, but at the time she wasn't the star that the cover makes it out to be. It's a bit of a thriller. It's alright, nothing great, but it's alright. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I'm sure you're all familiar with this film, and I don't know anybody who doesn't like it. It's just, alright, you know, Kevin Costner's accent's dodgy and plays fast and hard with I was going to say the facts, but it's a legend, but with a legend. Obviously Alan Rickman's amazing performance as the Sheriff of Nottingham steals the show. But yeah, really, really good film. This is Lost in Space. It's alright. Heather Graham's in it, which is wonderful because Heather Graham's gorgeous. Gary Oldman's always worth watching. Yeah, it's alright. It was one of the very early DVDs I picked up when there weren't many titles available. This is The Sin Eater, which is it's not really a horror. It's a sort of a thriller with sort of horror-y elements. Starring Heath Ledger and Shannon Sossamon, and Peter Weller's in it, and Mark Addy as well. So it's a little bit of a reunion of the A Knight's Tale cast with Heath, Shannon, and Mark in it. And in fact, Brian Helgeland wrote, directed and produced this, who did A Knight's Tale as well. So yeah, it is very much a reunion of that cast. But yeah, it's quite good. This I only watched last week or week before. This is Nature Boy. This was a BBC drama from 2000. Starring Lee Ingleby, who's done lots and lots of stuff, as a boy who's taken away from his parents. His dad leaves. Dad played Paul McGann, and he's left with his junky mum, and then he gets taken into care. He's very much a nature lover. Nature's his thing, hence the title. You know, he gets on really well with animals and they like him. And it's sort of the story of his teenage life, really, I suppose, and his quest for his father. But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed that. Highly recommend it. This is Iron Maze, starring Jeff Fahey and Bridget Fonda, who is another favourite of mine. I don't remember much about this, to be honest. I got it because Bridget's in it. It's another thriller, sort of suspensey type film. Don't remember it being particularly good. This is Chicago. I went to see the play, or the musical. Enjoyed it, so bought this afterwards and enjoyed it, but I've only watched it for once. But yeah, a classic musical and a good film. This I won in a competition. This is a US DVD. Yeah. Two for the Money, starring Al Pacino, Matthew McConaughey and Rene Russo. It's about sports betting, particularly American football. It's quite a good film, actually. I quite enjoyed it. It's not the sort of thing I would normally have picked up. As I say, I won it in a competition. This is one of my favourite films. This is Scandal, all about the Profumo affair. Annoys me because I call it the uncut. This is the US DVD. I think I've got a UK one somewhere as well. Because, although it's called the Uncut and Uncensored, because when the film was released in the cinemas in the US, they edited some of the nudity. There's an orgy scene, and although there's nothing particularly explicit in there, Americans are a bit prudish about thrusting, so they edited bits like that. But yeah, what annoys me about this being uncut and uncensored is that there's a scene in it where Bridget Fonda as Mandy Rice Davies, I can't remember the name of the bloke that she was with, but she goes back to his place, and there's a little scene there, and she's in a see-through nightie and what have you. And for some reason, ever since the VHS, that seems to have been edited out of everything. I've been desperately been trying to track it down on Shiny Media, completely uncut, because as I say, it's one of my favourite films and I really want a proper version of it. But yeah, highly recommend this film. This is If These Walls Could Talk 2. This was an HBO, I think. Yes, HBO TV film about... It's an intimate look at the lesbian experience in America in different social and political climates from the 60s to the millennium, as told in 3 different love stories. Just a brilliant cast in this. Vanessa Redgrave, Chloe Sevigny, Michelle Williams, Ellen DeGeneres and Sharon Stone. It's just really good, basically. Speaking of really good, it's Dangerous Liaisons, the 1988 version. Glenn Close, John Malkovich, Michelle Pfeiffer and young Uma Thurman. Again, just a really, really good film. As is probably Tarantino's most underrated film, Jackie Brown. A nice little slipcover copy with bullet holes. Tarantino can't go wrong for me, so far anyway. And yeah, as I say, I think this is hugely underrated. Really like Jackie Brown. That answers that one. This one I've just got on Blu-ray, so I'm taking that out of the pile. Jackass the movie. I enjoy Jackass, always have done. and I enjoy the movies of it. This was a US version. I've got a feeling that I bought this before it was even in the cinemas over here. Memory serves. That's why I've got the US version. Jabberwocky. Brilliant film by Terry Gilliam. Technically his debut. He co-directed Holy Grail. But this was his debut solo directing effort. Michael Palin also in it, of course. Just really, really good film. Jabberwocky. And finally for this one, we have the original The Italian Job. This, again, just a classic film. Quite a nice little package of this. A little slip comes out in. Nothing amazing inside, but just a nice, you can see it sort of cut away slip. An amazing soundtrack, of course, as well. Just, I'm sure most of you have seen The Italian Job. If you haven't, watch The Italian Job, it's brilliant. Okay, so that's it for this part. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all the usual stuff. As I say, you can watch the playlist to see the other parts and future parts. And I'll see you on another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.